It is not about the accuracy of a dream. It is not even about the fact that what you saw is so true that you even asked people and they confirmed. It is not about the confirmation of what you saw. It is not about the confirmation of the dream. It is not the accuracy of the dream. None of these matter in a dream. None of these matter in a prophecy. Anytime you have a vision about anybody, anytime you have a dream about anybody, the way you judge the dream, the way to judge the vision is by the rules of engagement. Nothing in itself is wrong. Nothing in itself is right. What determines what is right or wrong is purpose, the intended purpose. What is the agenda behind what I saw? What does it seek to achieve? What does my dream, my vision, the prophecy from the man of God to me, what does it seek to achieve? I went and he gave me a deep secret. Sakomara. He gave me a deep secret about my mother being a witch. Yes, my mother who has taken care of me all the time of my life from the time I was a child. My mother I adore so much. My mother who has been a blessing to me. I went to that prophet and he gave me very troubling revelations. Now, those revelations were so accurate. The part I didn't know was the witch part. That all this while, my mom had been a witch. All this while. And I never knew, and she was so good to me. She was so nice to me. She was so wonderful to me. It is not the revelation that matters. It is not how accurate the revelation is. That she was able to mention your mother's name. So if he was able to mention your mother's name, how could he then be wrong that your mother is a witch? All right, he was able to find certain things that no one else could know, and he knew all those things. So how then could he be wrong? He is definitely right that your mother is a witch. That is not what you judge. What does this revelation seek to achieve? Rules of engagement number 1 concerning a vision like that. My father, my biological father, is my biological father not because he is right or wrong. It is because I am his seed. His seed remains in me. What this vision seeks to do is to uproot me, is to disconnect me from my source. The connection between a son and a daughter and a father is such which cannot be severed. You cannot do that. So even if your father is a drunkard, no matter what you hear, he is still your father. No matter what they say, it is still that same person that birthed you. Are you hearing this? This is how you know the force behind the vision. Now I want to say this to you. He is not a man of God to you. He is not your spirit father because he is perfect in his dealings. No. He was sent to you with special ability to help you get to where you're going. I have seen madmen, very madmen, approach people with words from the Lord. He comes with accurate word from the Lord, accurate direction from the Lord, and the person and the word, they don't match. So the first thing here is, it is not what I saw about him that matters. Does he have everything that makes a man of God a man of God? Does he? Yes, he's a cripple. Is he a man of God by the standard of what makes a man of God a man of God? He who is sent by the Lord, what does he do? He speaketh the words of God. This is how to live a dimensional life beyond the satanic. You dwell on a higher pedestal. You will reign from a different dimension. You have visions and smile. You have visions and laugh. My son, Aftatos, had a very terrible vision. How can you have a vision and your spirit father, as a man, wanted to have anal sex with you as another man? The dream he had, the question is, what did Satan sought to do with that vision? What was the agenda behind that vision? What is the agenda behind it? If I put it to mind, what will it accomplish? That is your wake-up call. Had Aftatos followed this vision about 4 or 5 years ago, it would have uprooted him and disconnected him. This is what many do not get. So it is not about the dream you had. It's about what the dream seeks to achieve. That dream is the visitation of the adversary. The adversary comes for the source. He knows disconnecting you is all that matters. You don't meet a man of God so you can know his problems. You meet a man of God to get a hold of what he has. What he has. What he has. What he has. There's something he has. Now, the man of God, Paul, who had a thorn in his flesh, the man of God who had a messenger of Satan sent to buffet him, such a man of God said, "Ye all are partakers of my grace." So the fools among his sons will pay attention to the thorn in his flesh. And the wise amongst his sons will pay attention to the grace he carries. In fact, every light you see is a sign of a darkness that is still there, because in the absence of the darkness there will not be a light. It's not everyone that Satan can manipulate. You can't. Some of us have gone beyond that. This is how you can be a spirit son to a man of God who is an alcoholic. But he is who he is. He has what he has. When we have a generation who try to equate morality with grace, okay, so these are the rules of engagement. What does the dream seek to achieve? If I follow this vision, what will I do then? If I follow this vision, I will begin to hate my mother. This is not Jesus. Jesus will not tell me that she is a witch. And if truly she is a witch, Jesus is aware all this witch has done for me. She's a witch anyway, and I've been alive all this while. She's a witch anyway, and I've been diseducated. She's a witch anyway, and she fed me. So Jesus will not tell you that she's a witch. Jesus will go and tell a man of God. Jesus will go and tell someone who is mature in the faith, who will understand, to be able to communicate. But when Jesus tells you the daughter, he has just breached the contract. What is the contract? What is the rule of engagement there? God is not an author of confusion. So no light ever says to the daughter of another, your mother is a witch. Now we see concerning Paul's thorn in his flesh that he himself said it. And we have a situation where when sons are privileged to be told about their father's weaknesses and their father's nakedness, they go haywire. The fools amongst them do not see that as an opportunity to be much more closer to their father, because the more you know of him, the more closer you can be. The more of his secrets you know, the more proof you have that he loves you, to have shared with you such secrets of his life. That's the time for you to show love and be more closer. No, that's the time many use to dishonor and disregard their fathers. Hey, hear me and hear me well. The flesh profited nothing for life. That he had sex with 10,000 women, it was in the flesh. It profits nothing. And that is the reason why God can still look away after all those things have been done and still say, you are a man after my own heart. My question here is, if God has not rejected him, what does it tell you? It tells you that what you think is not there is very much there. Only God can see. It takes the eyes of God in a son to still see light when darkness shrouds a man. Don't forget what I told you. Anytime you hear a man carries grace, you should know that he cannot carry grace if he does not have a disgrace. Anytime a man carries light, you should know that that man cannot carry light without darkness. There is a darkness present that is sponsoring the shining of the light. It says, arise and shine. Why? For thy light has come. When did your light come? He said, because there is great darkness. The darkness is upon the earth, and great darkness, gross darkness, the people. There's so much darkness, so therefore, as a result of the thick, gross darkness, arise and shine. Your time has come. When does the time of light come? The time of light comes when darkness arrives. What keeps light alive is darkness. What keeps grace alive is disgrace. What makes Jesus a immortal useful in your life is your imperfections. So you don't use a daughter's imperfections to make her feel like she's the worst person. You don't use a son's imperfection to make, no, this is what makes you relevant in their lives. take their imperfections away and kiss your own mandate goodbye. So you ought to give praise to God that you met a person that had a problem. Because if he had no problem, if she had no problem, you had no business being the voice of God to the person. So no dream, no vision I have about a person can break me down. Why? I judge the dream by the rules of engagement. Don't judge by the accuracy of the vision. Don't judge by the accuracy of the dream. What you saw, what was the agenda behind it? Does it erase the fact that the man has what I need? The depths of the blessings of God are found always covered with trash. They are in unassuming places. What am I saying? The depth of God is found in darkness. The best of God is found in darkness. Close the mystery book chapter on this matter of dreams and visions.